I went to Japan twice this year, so these are the 5 things that you need to have on your phone before you get on that flight. The first thing that you need to download onto your phone, especially if you are a foodie, is Tabelog. In Japan, Google reviews and Yelp aren't really widely used for restaurants, so chances are that the reviews written on those sites are mostly written by non-Japanese people, probably visitors and tourists. That's not an entirely bad thing, obviously, but if you want to look for the restaurants, the cafes, the bars that the locals love, Tabelog is great to have. And just a heads up, Japanese reviewers tend to be pretty critical, so don't be alarmed if all the ratings seem kind of low. As kind of a benchmark, a 3.5 is a really good rating, and anything above that's like pretty exceptional. Second thing you should have on your phone. So for translation and sightseeing, make sure you have Kulikuli on your phone. It has intelligent menu interpretation, which gives you really accurate translations of menus, even handwritten ones. It can also tell you a little bit about the dishes so that you kind of know what you're eating. I think even for like more adventurous foodies, it's good to know like what you're ingesting, you know? Kulikuli can also act as a pocket tour guide, so if you're sightseeing or you're going to like a museum or a gallery, it can give you instant insights about sightseeing spots and even tell you about different pieces and artifacts on display at like galleries and museums. I also love that you can get translations of omikuji, receipts, and ingredient lists for products. It is super helpful to be able to know what exactly is in different like skincare products and hair care products, especially if you have sensitivities. Third thing to have on your phone, and this is pretty obvious, but an IC card. Public transportation is huge in Japan, especially in metropolitan areas like Tokyo or Osaka, which most people go to. Make sure that you have an IC card like Suica or Ikoka. I had my Suica card on my Apple Wallet, and I didn't even have to unlock my phone. I just tapped it at the gate every time I went in, and it would just deduct the fare automatically. It was so convenient and super Japanese that you don't even have to unlock your phone to use it, because I guess people just trust that even if their phone gets stolen or something, which it probably won't get stolen in the first place, like people aren't going to be using each other's transportation cards. The fourth app I would make sure to have on my phone is Line. This is the most popular messaging app in Japan. It's kind of like the Japanese WhatsApp, Japanese Kakao Talk. My second trip to Japan this year, I went with 12 people, not including myself, so it was 13 of us total. And once we got there, we all had eSIMs, but we found out that our phones were kind of responding differently to our eSIMs, and we actually struggled quite a bit to be able to like text everybody. I do recommend downloading this if you plan on traveling with a group of friends, just to make sure everyone can get in contact as long as they're connected to like the internet. Also, a lot of businesses take like inquiries and like reservations over Line, so that's kind of convenient. For the fifth and final thing that I'm going to mention in this video, for getting around and navigating like the public transit system over there, I highly recommend Google Maps. It gives you departure times, next departure times if you're running late, what platform to be on, even like what car to get on, so that once the train arrives at the station you're going to, you're as close as possible to the exit that you want to use to get to where you want to go. The train stations are going to be confusing, the bus stops are going to be confusing at first, but practice makes perfect. Literally by the end of my trip, I felt so comfortable using Japanese public transit, and I like felt cool, like I felt like a local. This is definitely not meant to be like an exhaustive list of things that you should have on your phone for your Japan trip. If you have any ride or die apps that you used a lot when you were in Japan, please leave it in the comments so that we can all learn and be more prepared for our next trip. I hope you have an amazing Japan trip. Bye bye.